Hi, my name is Angela Villarreal.
And my name is Fernanda Romero.
And welcome to our podcast. Today we're going to be talking about a super interesting yet rather controversial topic, veganism. Fer, can you tell us a little about what veganism is?
Of course, according to Lina Petre, veganism is defined as a way of living that attempts to exclude all forms of animal exploitation and cruelty, being from food, clothes, or any other purpose. It has become very popular in the past few years due to many vegan products appearing in supermarkets, and of course, celebrities going vegan. Knowing this, Angela, what is your personal perspective on this topic?
My perspective on this topic is pretty defined, actually. I personally would not sustain a vegan lifestyle, and there's many factors that influence this. The main one would be cultural, because of my family values. We've always had a diet that is very rich in animal products, and when we have brought up veganism, my parents have even mocked the lifestyle. They've made it pretty clear that veganism would not be okay in our household, which I personally find quite odd, but it's simply the way of thinking that was imposed on me since I was very young. Another feature would be the environment, because veganism is not actually as environmentally friendly as some make it out to be. This is because, according to a study by Chase Purdy in 2016, he said, and I quote, "The vegan diet wastes available land that could otherwise be used to feed more people," which I personally found very interesting. Another factor would be education, as I have always been taught that veganism is not as healthy as people make it out to be as well. For instance, according to Caroline Parkinson in 2019, vegans actually have a higher stroke risk. The final factor would be technology in regards to communication. Many vegan products are highly marketed but are not really as healthy as they seem, which is another reason I personally would not have a vegan diet. What about you, Fer? What do you think?
Personally, my perspective changes on veganism. I like the lifestyle and support it most of the time, but sometimes I do differ from it. For me, veganism is a lifestyle that I couldn't keep up with nor like. Agreeing with Angela, one of the factors that have influenced my perspective are my family values. Since I was little, my parents have raised me with a meat-based diet, animal-based diet. They have never talked about veganism, so it was never an option. Another factor for me is sport slash in the medical sense, because I have always practiced competitive sports and been on balanced diet and meal plans. And most of my nutritionists and coaches have told me the importance of a balanced diet, and veganism doesn't do that for you. Also, another factor is society. Even though veganism is popular, many of the people that I am around with have animal-based diets, so it makes it harder for me to be involved in a veganism lifestyle. And lastly, education. Since I have, as well as Angela, always been taught that veganism isn't good for you, as many people who are actually vegan put it out to be.
This leads us to an ethical dilemma, which is whether or not it is ethical for parents to impose their vegan lifestyle on their children. The first perspective is the one vegans have, where they say they should be able to raise their children in the way they please. They claim as long as children get their necessary macronutrients, everything is fine.
And the other point of view of that perspective will be those against children being raised like that, I assume.
Exactly. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Until next time.